Hello everyone, today's game is Star Students. This is an interesting example of a Flash game that was hosted on CartoonNetwork.com, and that's not based on a Cartoon Network original property. There weren't a whole lot of licensed games of this nature on the site. Alright, who am I going to be? I'll take Sakuke. I like edgy boys. From the information that I was able to gather, it seems that this game was made specifically for CartoonNetwork.com. It does not seem that they acquired the Western distribution rights from some other Japanese hosting site. Whoa, that four-bladed sword looks cool as hell. When do I get one of those? Oh, that's the shuriken. I may be stupid. So, this would usually be the point at which I go into a long digression about some insignificant detail of the game's sprites, some animated trivium, to show off my immense knowledge to my viewer base. I'd probably mention something about how these wide hat people appear in a particular formation that maximizes their effective attack area, or how the red color of Sasuke's chakra is symbolic of a certain jutsu that he learned from an old frog on a mountain in episode 853. And I'd love to tell you all about that interesting stuff, believe me. The only problem is that I actually have very little knowledge of the Naruto series. Of course, I know that the series is named after those fish cakes that Boruto's dad likes to eat in his ramen. That much is obvious. But I couldn't tell you much about the overarching plot and themes. The series is just far too long for me to watch at this time. Maybe someday. Whoa, whipping out the train tracks on me? That seems impractical, but very cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ya done, son? I'm getting my ass kicked all of a sudden. Do I have to walk out of my way and directly in front of these enemies just to shoot at them? No, not really. Am I going to keep doing it? Yeah. I like how this game lets me press space to advance to the next level, instead of having to reach over to the mouse. Very efficient. These ninja look very cool and dangerous with their iconic black uniform. But then, these other guys come along with the blue stripes down their arms, and it just completely detracts from the look that they're trying to set. Suddenly, it doesn't look like he's wearing a traditional ninja yoroi. It looks more like an Adidas tracksuit. That extra streak of color really makes them look silly rather than intimidating. That, and the way that they're jogging toward me at a moderate pace. Though they still have these crazy boomerang knives that follow me around. Just walk it off. It only grazed you. I just realized, why is Sasuke wearing a Pokemon Go branded hoodie? I'm not wrong, am I? Look at it. That's clearly the Monster Ball pin icon. Sasuke has drip. He's out here dabbing on the neurotypicals. What the hell am I talking about? Alright, here we have the evil femboy boss, I'm pretty sure. That's one of the few details of the anime that I actually remember. Hey yo, Sask! Pick me up something at the Java store. Whoa, shadow people. Who needs weapons? You can just run into your enemies and make them explode into dust. Wow, it's the arcane technique of the triple dart. That fellow must be a Bloons master. A super monkey, if you will. What's up with that guy on the left? He did the hand motion, but he didn't throw any darts. The Yamcha death pose. Dang, those darts do 2 damage at once. The signs actually block my attacks. They look like they're just flat background decorations, but they're real. This music has some intense reverb. My speaker is shaking. Here's the boss. You know that he's a boss because he walks left and right. Regular grunts can't walk laterally. That's a high-level shinobi technique. If only I could learn how to throw diagonally. That's a technique I'd like to master. This music actually goes hard. Can we listen for a minute? Alright. Oh, I won! Indeed. I'm going to try my hand with Sakura now. Yeah, that looks wicked. She really sells the attack with those gestures. The T-pose into the aggressive finger pointing, into the waves of blue explosions. Sakura is all around the weakest character in this game. Instead of shuriken, she throws these kunai, which deal less damage. The generic grunts take 2 hits instead of 1. She does compensate somewhat for the lower attack stat, because Sakura can throw more rapidly than Sasuke and Boruto's dad. She can put out more attacks to do the same amount of damage. But I still think the other characters are better. Especially if you're playing as Sakura and you're throwing out all of these kunai to do a little damage, a good number of them are going to miss. And that's going to hurt your accuracy score. Oh, I only defeated 1 enemy? Which one counted? You know what? I'm going to say that wasn't an error on the game's part, but this is actually a well-hidden piece of Naruto lore. It looked like I was fighting 2 dudes back there, but one of them was actually a shadow clone. Yep, so it was only 1 ninja that I actually defeated. Yeah, that's clever. I mean, that could be true for all that I know. I haven't watched Naruto in over a decade. I'm not really up on who these characters are. They did look cool, though. I'll give him that. Last, and in my uninformed opinion least, Boruto's dad. Here's a funny bug that I discovered. I defeat the boss, and then I immediately get hit by an attack and die. Now I have to replay the level. I can at least somewhat understand why this didn't register as a level clear. Perhaps a player death takes priority over a boss defeat in the game's logical process. Perhaps the next level area wasn't loaded yet when the process was restarted. I can get that, but what's weird to me is the fact that it sent me all of the way to the beginning of the level. Usually if I die on a boss, I get to restart directly on the boss. This, I don't have an explanation for. His chakra attack, kinda mid. He has these clones of himself, which should be cool, but he only uses them to throw the same old shuriken that I've been using. I don't know, maybe I'm just a hater. There was something that I remember discovering when I played this game years ago. It was a way to deal extra damage on this boss. I would play as Boruto's dad. I would wait for the boss to go into his mirror ice crystal form, whatever the hell it's called. I would move my ninja into a specific position relative to the boss. I think that it was in front of him and relatively close. I remember that if I stayed at that position and I activated the chakra attack within a specific window of frames in the animation of the crystals appearing, the attack would deal a lot of damage all at once. I'd be able to finish the fight in only 2 cycles. I'm playing around with it now, but I can't remember the exact setup that I used, and I can't seem to figure it out again. That would be a cool discovery, if someone can figure out how to do that again, and save some time. These days, everyone wants to play games faster. Nobody wants to sit back and let the game take its time. Wow, they really referenced a line from a classic AMV. Well, that's enough ninja game for today. Thank you, watchers. I'm going to end it here. Just end it up abruptly.